All right, finally up and running. Sorry about that, everybody. Tablet wasn't responding the way it was supposed to, so now it is. Now let me just throw this all on social media, so people that can and want to join are welcome to. So give me a moment here. Why am I not surprised? What? Oh, great. I'll deal with that later. I really don't have time right now, and that will keep until I'm done here. Fantastic, though. Just fantastic. All right, let's continue on here. Okay, so thankfully there's not much left we have to do here for Optimus. So this is going to be a fairly quick stream, maybe about an hour. But thank you all for joining me on this journey of madness that I've taken when it comes to dealing with Transformers. That's too big. Perfect. Final time's gonna be too long, J Dasher. I am really slow at art. I really wish I was faster, but I'm not smart enough to be faster, apparently. So that's my cross to bear, I suppose. Okay, I need to work on those windows. Ah, Kirby lore. Yeah, I remember you, man. No worries. Don't like how that one's coming out. Let's do this. What's going on, Onyx? You having fun in Barrel? Thanks, Tori. Gone a bit further beyond last time you were here. Here, I'll let you take a better look at it all, Tori. That's how he's looking so far. How's it going, Samurai Raccoon? I'm using Streamlabs now, so my stream shouldn't have as many issues as it did when you first started watching me. I also have a physical connection to the internet now, as opposed to trying to use a wireless router that was garbage. Garbage date. Nope. That reminds me, Raccoon, if I know you draw a lot of samurai and Japanese-esque things. If you ever need help, man, let me know. I've drawn so much of that stuff that I studied Kobudo, Kinjutsu, Yaijutsu for a number of years. So if you ever need references or help, let me know, man. Yeah, I studied Hakushin Itoryu Mugairyu under Sensei Daryl Craig here in Houston years ago before I went ahead and just started studying HEMA instead. I miss Sensei Daryl Craig. Very intelligent man. Very passionate about what he did. He retired, I think, back in 2005, 2006. Never had any sons, so there was nobody to take over his dojo for him. He was a Hatamoto of the Chiba clan. The specific style of Hakushin Itoryu that he taught was the Chiba clan and was actually used by people like Ryoma Sakamoto during the Japanese Revolution. I have not done a video comparing Megatron to Galvatron for a couple reasons. It's not really a fair comparison, not just because they're not the same guy, but because Galvatron is literally insane. So I think it would be a bad comparison to begin with, personally. I don't like that. Go away. Yes, it is Onyx. It is the orchestra version of the He-Man theme that was done many years ago here on YouTube. You're going to hear a lot of interesting music while I'm streaming. I promise you that much. Yes, I have, Greg. I have approved monetization. It made me think of you when I did, because I know you were saying you were having some issue with it. Wondering if that ever got resolved. Oops. Nope. Still in review? Good lord. No, man, you gotta contact somebody. You gotta hit up YouTube on Twitter or something, man. That's ridiculous. You've been at this game longer than I have. But yeah, they approved me within a day of me hitting 1,000 subs. It's ridiculous. They need to put some respect on your name. You tell them, I am the leader of the Allspark, and at my command, I can summon a horde of angry nerds to do my bidding. Favorite Transformer? Grimlock. I understand Grimlock. I understand Grimlock on a spiritual level. Okay, what I do for music backgrounds is I find music that is a cover or a variation of the music I like, and I put it on in the background. And I have been copyright struck on a couple things. They don't remove funding when that happens. They just send the funding to that person or that company. It's always the company. It's never a person. And I just move on. Especially if it's Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers can eat a dick. One pony song, huh? I could mess with you so hard with that, Tori, you don't even know. I mean, I just did Deception of a Generation, My Little Pony, a couple weeks ago. I mean, come on, man. What more do you want from me? I ain't no brownie. I am no chocolate baked good. I'll tell you what, Tori. I will put one My Little Pony song on this track listing if it is two things. Number one, power or death metal. And number two, well done. If you can guarantee that and send it to me, I will put it on this track listing. The only exception is, well, if it gets copyright struck, I will just have to remove it from the track listing. See here. Mess with him. I mean, there is that Brony Pedophile song by Rucka Rucka. That one's pretty funny. I mean, it's less funny now than it was years ago when people said it in a tongue-in-cheek fashion. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, claimed, you're right, I'm sorry. No, I've had copyright strikes before. That's why I don't review Voltron Legendary Defender. That's actually one of the first things my channel did, and DreamWorks would not let it go. So I got copyright struck, and I told them, you know what? I'm not doing this. Boost your own show. Not that they needed it, clearly, but Still a sore spot. How's that look? Doesn't look glowy enough. Needs to be glowier. Too glowy. Change the density a little. Yeah, but Thunder Horse is going to get me copyright claimed. How's it going, Carl? What's going on, that boy? Is it the year of age, my man? Yeah, I saw that. Happy birthday, man. Man, that is not showing up, is it? Oh, maybe if I increase the density, that might help. Duh. Barely. That's because Death Battle is unfortunately not very imaginative in their matchups. Pitting the RX-78 against Optimus Prime was silly to begin with. I mean, even I said that when it was first announced. HarmonyCon, you mean SWATCon? I heard about that. I heard it got swatted twice. How do you get swatted twice? Raven's scared of everybody when they get pissed. Hello, Evelyn's in. Again, unfortunately, Death Battle doesn't have much knowledge of robot genre stuff. Like, I don't know. They've been goofy for a while now. I stopped paying active attention to them long ago. SWATCon. Yeah. I don't disagree there, Dasher. At some point, after I make sure all my information's accurate, I'm tearing into their Lion-O versus He-Man death battle. That one was really poorly researched. Really, Tori? I thought they came in the middle of the night and then showed up again later in the day. I will say, though, that picture of the SWAT guy aiming his gun at the plush, infamous, fantastic, hilarious. That is meme material at its finest. Oh, the Goku fans. I butted heads with them so often on Facebook, I've gotten at least 4 different 30-day bans from debating with those clowns. How's it going, Patch? Glad you could join us. Alright, give me a second here and I'll zoom out so you guys can see what I'm working with here. Fake news. Alright. For those of you just joining me, here's how it looks so far. How's it going, John Anthony? Glad you could join us. I did. I saw your picture with the victim. Well done. I also saw the video. Like, doggone it, doggone it, Tori. Well, I mean, that's true for just about any version of anybody versus anybody, Jay Dasher. The problem is a lot of Goku fans, unfortunately, and I have one in the chat here, although I don't think we really debate anything on the verses. I question if they're literate. I wonder about if they're sane and functional in the brain. As far as Death Battle goes, I usually assume in all things that they're going for a composite version of the character, unless otherwise stated. Because that's what they did with their Godzilla. No, Midnight, it did get swatted. There were plenty of people that corroborated that, including Tori here in the chat, who was he was at ground level. He was very seriously reporting on it. He said it was Hasbro. Hasbro did it. Sent them a C&D, shut down everything. I'm sorry to hear that, Patch. Well, the thing is, magic or not, Superman's fought weapons that are imbued with magic and won regularly. It doesn't really give an instant win. The proper story? Tori, what is the proper story for that? Do you have any idea? Are you still here? Are you among the living? Alright, so you guys seeing anything here I need to work on or correct real quick before I start finalizing this sucker? It's a joke, Patch. It's a joke about all the CMDs that Brony creators have gotten over the years from Hasbro. So when Harmony Con got swatted, my friend Tori in the chat jokingly blamed Hasbro for it. Yes, the yellow lights on the chest are glowing. But I should probably work on that a little bit more. Where's the trailer? That's what I asked when I went to Walmart the other day. Ha 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 ha. Since you're still here, Allspark TV, do you like the lights I gave him? They're at least accurate to the G1 toy. I'm going to do a little bit of tweaking on it. I'm not satisfied with it yet. Let's see here. I have an idea. New layer. Sit in on about it. I'm not really sure what you mean. Hold on. Let's see something a little dottier. Let's see here. Gotta scroll up. Larson, doggone it. Let's see here. I liked Rodimus's car mode, trailer and all, oddly enough. The pic, I'm just drawing picture. It's not really for anything. Although I might slow it down or speed it up into a speed paint. And what's the word I'm looking for here? And make a video just my general thoughts on Optimus Prime. Because I have many thoughts on Optimus Prime as a character. See here. Too big. Yeah, I only compared the two primes as leaders because there's really no other way I can compare them. I mean, aesthetically, I think they're both great. I think Optimus's alt mode probably makes more sense. Not only because it's real world based, because, you know, what could be the king of the road but an 18-wheeler? However, I will say, having driven in a cab over engine, it's horrifying. Like, you know that if you get into a wreck, you're going to die. Alright, Allspark, what do you think about that? Do you think that's any better? Because I'm not really sure. But it can't be a go. Yeah, I've seen that, trust me. Except in some of the groups I've been to, people take that far more seriously. Yeah, that's what I got right here. This little slider. This lower the opacitor. How's that? What do you guys think? You think that glowing effect's a little better? No, you hear a miracle of sound in the background. Second here, I'm going to do the same thing with his eyes. No, actually, I don't know if I can. So let me select it. And erasify it. Actually, I'm just going to put that on this layer. Yeah, that's much better. Much better. Yeah, I know Moonbeam. It's, before he meets, the spirit of evil. Oh no. Tell me the joke, Patch. I must hear it. I must hear the terrible joke so I may use it on other people. A bit exaggerated. Let's see here. I draw a lot of different things, Rory. Like, it literally just about anything. Robotech, I don't know, man. I've never heard of Robotech. It's not at all a popular 80s franchise by any means. I've seen the anti-He-Man one. The Return of Faker is something I think James Eatock is still working on. Maybe he got done with that. I don't really know. I haven't checked in with him in a while. But James Eatock, his library of just Filmation stuff, like physical hard copy of stuff they used in the studio for He-Man, is just mind-boggling. I wish I had the resources he did for Thundercat stuff. Thank you, Evelyn Zen. I'm hoping to have the Voltron one out this weekend. Oh, thank you. I don't know how many more videos I have to go. I know I have to cover Voltron and Transformers and maybe a couple of other things. Which ones are that, Jay Dasher? Space Warriors? Photon. Grunge metal. I've never even heard of Photon. Not even gonna pretend like I have. Wait, a decade? Before Mortal Kombat. Okay. Let me look that up real quick. Oh. Okay. I see why it failed. I see exactly why it failed. It failed because of 3 spectacular letters. D-I-C. Deke. Deke fails at everything. Deke is one of those companies that if you went back in time, stopped Hitler from committing suicide, and you put them as the prosecuting attorney, Hitler would walk free because they're just that incompetent with everything they do. Alright, guys, what do you think? Anything else here? There's another one you can use, too. When it comes to bad decision-making, on a scale of 1 to 10, Deke is invading Russia in the middle of winter bad. It's a good time travel mission, doggone it. LJN was bad with video games. Their toys weren't bad in and of themselves, but specifically with their Thundercats line, they took a lot of odd risks and choices that really weren't going to help them, and I don't know why they did it. Like, I love Thundercats, but I'm not going to sit here and defend the toy line like it's the last dying breath I have. I mean, it had some bad issues, man. Some bad issues. About that, Rasmus, Activision owns, or not Activision, not Erasmus, Onyx. Activision owns LJN. All right, so I'll give it another 30 seconds. If you guys don't see anything else I should touch up here, I can start doing the finishing touches on this. All right, so I have not heard any complaints yet, so let me zoom out here and make sure that when I compile all these things together, it don't look too bad to me. Let's see here. Ha! Try to fool me. You cannot fool me, Ed boy. Let's undo that for a minute. The Mongols are not human. We do not refer to them as though they are. The Mongols are unholy forces of nature that destroyed everything in their path. High-res art pick. Okay. I might do that then. Because this is high resolution. It shouldn't be. But I only know how to work in big when it comes with this type of stuff. Thank you, Moonbeam. Let's see here. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There we go. Oh no! Not okay racist signs. I'm reporting you to the cyber police. The consequences will never be the same. Which Optimus did you get for Christmas? G1? Back in the day? Gee. Mundar? What type of name is Mundar? I mean, I love 80s stock names, but come on, Mundar. There's actually a lot of 80s properties that really shouldn't have failed as quickly as they did. But people got greedy. Brody Lee. Fantastic. What? It sounds like one of those television shows that if I watch it, my soul's gonna hurt. Skeleton warriors! Is that anything like, what's it called? Mutant football? Mutant League, that was it. I saw that show as a kid back in the 90s. I thought it was a fever dream. Hey, Patch. Oh, no. Nort fight? I mean, it has fight in the title. Clearly, I can't resist it. Speaking of fighting, earlier in the stream, Hateful Tate talked about a guy named Chaos in Vita's server. Well, earlier he was discussing existence and trying to play the I'm Smarter Than You game with Sheldon, which is hilarious to begin with, because Sheldon, you know, he talks. He likes to talk. But, they're questioning about existence. I'm like, I take the opposite stance that most people do. They're usually philosophical about it. My response was, I exist, and I'll fight any of you cowards that say otherwise. None of you are man enough to prove I don't exist. Because why be passive on existence when you can be aggressive on existence? Socrates gaming system? Let's see here. Fever Dream, okay. You can buy a new blaster. You can get replacement parts too. Kingdom Hearts, because I've never played Kingdom Hearts. I've never in my life played Kingdom Hearts. The very first independent video game system I ever bought was an Xbox, the original one. Before that, when I was a kid, all we had was a Super Nintendo. So that was a wild leap in tech for me. Aqua got what? I don't know what an Aqua or a Nording is, and we'll catch up on that later, Onyx. The Xbox I bought from a pawn shop. A really bad one because they charge almost retail for everything. It had a massive melting part in the middle where it's clear somebody left a candle or something on there. The Xbox's name was Penguin, and it had several gigs of music on it that I never played. Halo 2. See you later, Allspark. I don't know who Aqua is. You're using words I don't know. You kids today and your Kingdom Hearts. Back in my day, all we had was Donkey King Kinchi. My mom loved that game, though. She loved Donkey Kong Country. My wife does, too. Unholy Union. I refuse to lose to anime. Possessed by the main villain. I see. I see. This is like when Pokemon Go hit all over again for me. Mister, can we come in your yard? It has a shiny. It has a shiny. Get off my property. Hippity hoppity, get off my property. Well, I don't know if it has a better story or not. I can't speak to that. I know that Donkey Kong's is very simple. Ah. Gex? Oh, man. I remember Gex. Just like I remember Bubsy. We don't talk about either of them. Dang it. Do what I want, Pin. It is tail time? What? I am lost in this sauce. Oh, that's right. That was Gex's thing. I remember way back when I was a kid in the 90s, when Blockbuster still existed, the end of the school year for 1 year. That Friday, my mom gave us a choice because we were living on a military base. And we could either go to, any of us could go to the, I guess, convenience store, now that I think about it. I really couldn't think of a better word for it. On base and buy a comic book, or we could rent a video game for the weekend. Now, this wasn't one of those, you have to choose one of the other things. When it came to all three of us, it was a, each of you can choose one or the other, right? So we could either have 3 comic books, 3 video games. Let's see here. I can't sound cool to save my life, so you don't have to worry about that, Patch. But, although I am hip with the kids, I hear. So I was a little kid, and I'm sitting in there, and I'm thinking, alright, trying to make a long-term choice here. Do I A, go for a single weekend of fun with a game that I will likely never play again? Or B, buy a comic. I bought the comic. Really wish it wasn't a 90s comic, though. Oh, God, it was terrible. Why was it terrible, you ask? Because it was a Spider-Man comic in the middle of the Clone Saga. Not quite Moonbeam. You might want to watch my video on that. The entirety of Thundercats was animated in Japan, not just parts of the background. Thank you, Only Mystic. It's actually the orchestra version of the Brave Star theme. Base housing was a very interesting experience. On one hand, you're on military housing on a military base, so what could hurt you? On the other end, you're in military housing on a military base, and military bases are filled with Marines, and Marines do really dumb things that could hurt you. And I mean no disrespect in any way to any of our armed forces. However, when it comes to Marines, I've noticed an immediate two-system to them, right? A Marine can only be one of these things. They can either be highly intelligent, or they ask you for nacho cheese so they can continue to eat their crayons. Both will do their jobs without any question, and with terrifying efficiency. But when it comes to having an intellectual conversation, those are your only two options. But I don't distress, though. You're talking about Silver Quill, aren't you, Anthony? You see, Tori is a good example of one of those Marines you can sit down and have a really in-depth conversation with. But my friend Gung Ho in Vita's server, definitely the crayon eating type. Of course, with him, it's more of I'm gonna eat this crayon because screw you. I'm gonna do it to spite you. Almost done. All right. Marine bases are not normal. Of course not. It's just a plot of dirt. All right. So, Optimus is now line thickened and ready to go. What do you guys think? Thank you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and sign this bad boy. Then I'm going to save it. And then we're going to end the stream. So if you guys have anything else you want to ask or do, go ahead and get that out real quick. Well, that's true of any Marine. I'm just talking about, like, the gamut of what they are like in general. I am not a fan of Pokemon, John Anthony. I asked my old man when Pokemon first hit, and it was a big craze. I asked him if I could get a Pokemon game, and his response was to look at me dead in the eye and say, son, if you want to see animals fight, go to Africa. And that was the end of that conversation until the end of time. And I'm okay with that. Pokemon really doesn't appeal to me once I look at it objectively. Well, there he is, guys. I'm going to go ahead and send Greg a black and white copy for his own use. But let me see if I can give him a better background first, because I don't like that. What's a good color? Thank you, Tori. Ah, that's nice. I like that. So let me... Boom. Coolio. Let's roll. Let's roll. Never played Kingdom Hearts, never played Smash Brothers or Star Fox. Sorry, guys. I'm afraid I am boring. Let's let me go ahead and crop this before I do anything else. There we go. And now I can do the gradient. Alright, guys. We are done for the night. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I hope you all take it easy. I will catch you guys next time. I do commissions. Feel free to contact me if you need anything. Good night, everybody.